Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode we reported in back at camp and headed downwards to the next safe location, the Peninsula Camp. And when we did, we reached another boiling point. Cass wanted us to get another random item for this temple of his. Some golden statue of a wolf nursing a child. I have no idea what the point is. And Silthok, alongside several others, have declared that they have lost their faith, and that Cass is not doing what should be done. This temple has no point, and I have to agree with them. Pithos even came out on their side in a way. Not in the loss of faith, but that Cass is doing a foolish thing with all the idolatry, was the word he used. And finally they declared, fine, let us go speak with Laguerre and let him decide all this. But Laguerre was gone. Worried about the loss of faith that was happening on there, he said he went to higher ground, which they believe meant to the top of a mountain. Which I believe is right here. I don't know what else we're going to find, but we have to go this way. We have to find him. Regardless of whether people believe in the goddess or not, and a lot are losing their faith, he is the leader. So, let's go in. The air has suddenly become unbearably still. The passage before you is narrow and tense, still like the Nephil hunter stalking its prey just before it pounces. You may be sensing something, although you can't quite name it just yet. Anthala's mine. You are certain of it now. There is a presence in these mines, one that does not at all feel natural. It moves constantly, invading your senses so that you cannot discern what it is. The sign on the east wall indicates that this place belongs to Anthala, who urges all to leave in no uncertain terms. Anthalais, totesi ithkeis kithinoth. The tunnel this way has collapsed. You cannot tell how recently it did, but it was long ago enough that the dust has settled. You approach this evil altar, but it is not active. The presence is not anywhere near here. As you head down this tunnel, you feel a presence in the mines very near. You suddenly realize with a sinking feeling that this presence is not the result of a trap, but of a curse. Malevolent curses tend to be much harder to remove than traps. Curses linger, feeding on their own hatred for centuries. Whatever the result of this curse was, it's in front of you now. You're going to avoid that path, then. Presence is not anywhere near here. The passage to this direction is blocked by magic barriers that are too strong for you to dispel. You feel certain that these barriers are connected to the presence in the mines, the oppressive, humid presence. The curse is here. You feel a malevolent presence in this very room. You feel it, but you can't see it anywhere. You feel yourself with chills. So we have invisibility. Alright then. We know where it is. Alright, gotta reload. Okay, so we know the presence is in there somewhere. Let's get some spells cast. I've dealt with invisible foes before. We can deal with this. Found it! We can't even bind it. Arcane Summon I don't think will work. Alright then. Well, this is the point in which we have to rely on our warriors. We can do a lot of damage to it, but I have no idea how much health it has. Very suddenly, the presence fades. It is not gone, you can still feel it distantly. However, it has moved to a different part of the mines. It left behind a beautiful ring, though. Ghost ring. 30% chance of saving life, +2 to all statistics, +10% resistance to elements and magic, and 20 damage to an attacker. That is incredible. You know what? I think this ring is worth it to use on Fox over the Warrior's ring. Warrior's ring does give a lot. This is probably better. It's not here. It must be in the other room. Alright, let's get the spells cast again. You feel it again suddenly. The presence that has been haunting the mines is right here. I saw it. Terrified. Fortunately, we have ways around this. It's causing terror on everyone. This is not good. How am I gonna do this? That'll help. That'll help out a lot, actually. In fact, can't do nothing. That thing's still screaming. Crap. That is very, very bad. Alright, I gotta reload. Okay, so the first one does that. Is fairly easy to deal with. Second one, not as easy. Alright, enter combat. Found it. Alright, first one is easy. Arcane shield on there to protect him. Can't do anything else. Okay, presence faded. Left behind the ring. You we're going to wear this. Now. Okay, so this one does terror. But the terror doesn't affect anyone outside the room. Alright, I think I know how I'm gonna do this. I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. Use your haste. Get the blessings on. Terror affects everyone regardless. Alright, you wait. You do nothing. Alright, wait. There we go. Now, you do nothing. You do nothing. Wait. Damn it! That is not happening how I wanted it to. Fine, looks like we may have to do this spam. Although it's not really going to work. Fine, do it again. Of course it got haste out. There's terror. Ooh, perfect. Perfect! This is the perfect way we can do it. Once again, the presence fades. It is still not gone, it is just somewhere else in the mines. You cannot feel it growing any weaker. If anything, battling it seems to be making it stronger, angrier, and more determined. But what else can you do? Alright, well let's move on to the third one. There's only one other room. Alright, well, we know what to do here. Prep up. Haste. You feel it again suddenly. The presence that has been haunting the mines is right here. Found it! But it's easily avoiding the attacks. Another arcane summon. Okay, you can hit it just fine. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. And it's doing damage and summoning, it looks like, is what it's mainly focusing on. Come on, we can kill this thing. Still summoning. You strike a final blow and the presence collapses. Its semi-material body has taken so much punishment that it can no longer hold together. It bursts, and a thin layer of malice and hatred covers everything now. For a moment you remember how the presence cast its terribly damaging spell. You remember how the energies gathered, and you think you understand what it was doing. You think you can duplicate it. You learn a level of destruction. But then your eyes blur, reddening and watering. The presence is defeated, but the curse is not over. Why? You turn to the nearby evil altar, which is now humming with magical power. You must destroy it. You must! Alright then. But first we need to take care of these things. The curse strikes you with its power. The evil altar still hums with power. It must be the center of the curse, and the destruction of the presence has not ended it. Alright then. Ritual of Sanctification. You begin the ritual of sanctification on this evil altar, home of the curse on these minds. It resists mightily, but you continue the ritual, driving out whatever it is that is haunting these minds. And finally, it works. You stand, panting, looking at the rubble where the evil altar used to be. The dark feeling of a malevolent presence is lifted from this area, and you feel certain that now you can pass through unharmed. Suddenly you remember something. You're supposed to be looking for Laguerre. How could he have come this way with this sort of obstacle blocking the path? It seems impossible, but where else could he have gone? You must press on. There is no reason to believe that he went anywhere but further up this mountain in whatever way he may have done it. That is something I really do wonder. How could he have possibly gone through there? Right, regain our energy and then we'll move on. We still have some time to continue. At least that wasn't painfully frustrating. Interesting. What is in here? Bars of lead. Well, they're worth some coin. Anthala was apparently in such a hurry to leave that she left behind a mighty weapon, a giant gleaming pike. Can we pick it up? I don't think we did. You find a diary in here. It is written in the modern tongue of the Slyths, and it is open to the final entry, which you can still read. It is dated from just under 100 years ago. Where is my goddess Althanazaria? Has she abandoned me? I have always been faithful, but lately when I pray I do not hear her soothing voice answering. I hear nothing. Or worse, I hear distant mocking laughter, the sound of demons. The mine has failed. The curse is too strong for any of us. Miners die every day, every hour. We cannot proceed. The mine must be abandoned. I will leave a warning at the entrance so that none will enter here again. I believe still, but I cannot hear her. Where has she gone? Well, there's the pike. Get that identified. And this was the other path. Is that the route that was taken? It said that it was destroyed long ago enough that the dust has settled. But that doesn't mean anything. It's possible that Laguerre went through it, basically bypassed the mines by going through there to get around it, and then destroyed the path behind him. But if that's what happened, why? Why would he do that? that's Ithic. There we go. Yes. Can you identify this pike for me, please? Anthala's pike. Two-handed weapon. Strength and polearms. +1 to action points. 10% resistance to elements and magic. +2 to Blade Master. And 20% chance to hit in melee. This is worth it for Draco. It's weaker than that spear, but it is the strongest kind of spear we could possibly get. And it is worth it to give it to Draco. Worth it, so worth it in fact, that these other spears and the halberd are worth it to get rid of. And the Helm of Speed we can also sell. So, the Warrior's Ring shall be sold. These spears shall be sold. These bars of lead are cheap but can be sold, and the Helm of Speed can be sold. And... Knowledge Brews! Fascinating. But we need some energy elixirs. And we can actually buy some Grey Mold as well, which we can use to make more elixirs. If we really need them, which we probably will. And mage spells. Get a point of arcane shield. That will probably be useful at some point in the future. Okay. Let's, I guess we can at least take a look on the other... Actually, did we have any level ups? Yes, Sheik leveled up. Point in resistance? Perfect. It's not as much as I'd like, but it is still plenty. I'll take it. You're saving up for more magery. And Draco... I don't know what we want to get you. Energy efficiency. I'm going to look up what we need to do in order to get that, because that is going to be handy. A couple of points in pole weapons might be useful either, so Draco can help with the smacking, but I'm going to look up energy efficiency, see what happens there. Oh, wrong path. Not that way. Yes, I know. That was interesting. I don't know where this curse came from. I don't know how he got by. This is further up the mountain. This is quite a climb. Quite a climb. I think we found him. Well, you know what? We've made it to the top of the mountain. I'm going to end this episode here. Next episode, we'll speak with the prophet and with Laguerre and see exactly what he has to say about all this. I'm a little worried about what we're going to learn. But we need to. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Tressic44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.